This is Sevilla. They're known as the kings of the Europa League. They've won it 6 times, more than anyone else. Yup, they've actually got more European trophies than Man City.
Listen.
Yet this season, they've been absolutely embarrassing. 18th in La Liga and on the verge of getting relegated. What is going on? So I guess it is my job to become Sevilla's manager, fix the situation, and make them one of the best clubs in the world. Season 1, and time to kick off our Sevilla project. I look at this team and realize there is a lot of talent. En-Nesyri up top, we saw how good he was for Morocco at the World Cup. The same for Bono, like a fantastic goalkeeper. And then you've got a few veterans like Isco, Rakitic, Papu Gomez, quality fullback like Acuna and Navas, and some more good options in the bench. The squad is decent. But still, there are 2 major issues plaguing this team that I've identified, and let me tell you what they are. The reason Sevilla are doing so bad in real life is because defensively they're shambles. And why is that? Well, Jules Koundé left them for Barcelona. Wasn't just him though, Diego Carlos as well left Sevilla for Aston Villa. Their main centre-back partnership was just crushed. Apart from that, take a look at this. The average age of this Sevilla team must be so high. Look at the amount of players at the age of 34, and they're the key players of this team. Guys, we've got a tremendous job here. We need to figure out that defense, and we also need to kind of reduce the average age of the squad. We've got about 50 million. I think with that money, we can at least get 1 centre-back sorted, so let's just get to that. We've just completed negotiations for our first signing, and it is Erwin Ndika of Frankfurt. We got him for 30 million because his contract was expiring. An absolute bargain. Even the, well, the game doesn't think that, but still, good signing. I'm banking on Erwin Ndika to be the next Jules Koundé for us, because look at that, his value is about 50 million, and we got him for 30. What kind of a deal have we struck? And he goes right into my starting 11. Meanwhile, to make more signings, we had to sell a few players, one of them being Alejandro Gomez. He's been sold. The budget's back up to 36 million, but we need more cash, because, guys, I think we need another good centre-back. Ndika is just not enough. The hustle continues with the club clear out as we're selling a ton of players. Look at that, just generated 15 million off this deal. And Eric Lamela as well, sold him to Man United. Thank you for the cheeky cash. We're looking at a budget of about 65 million. Now, I can get that second centre-back, and we've filled the void of Koundé and, of course, Carlos. And we have our new signing, and guess what? It's a like-for-like replacement for Diego Carlos. I've signed a Brazilian centre-back. It's Roger Ibanez of Roma. Got him for 32 million. Not bad at all. I told you one of the major issues was that backline, and look at that, we've already fixed it. Not gonna lie, I really like this defense. In all honesty though, I will have Montiel as a starter, because younger, I think better as well. Now with Papu Gomez gone, we need to figure out who we're gonna get for that left wing position. We do have 42 million for that. Maybe a little bit more, because I've just sold, I think, Suso. Yep, Suso's gone, and this was good money. 21 million for him. Oh my god, in a week we've got our first La Liga game. Time is running out. We need to find a left winger soon. The left winger I'm gonna go for is a bit controversial, because he's a Barca player. Ansu Fati. You might be thinking, what on earth are you doing? Guys, let's be honest. Since Ansu Fati's been touted as the man to replace Messi, his career couldn't have fallen off anymore. A man used to start every game and be so important, but under Xavi, feels like he barely plays. We're gonna chuck in a 46 million offer and just see what happens. And by the way, even under Spain, I don't see him playing. I think he needs a fresh start, and a club like Sevilla could be the place, but we just got kicked out because Xavi still believes in him by the looks of things. Or maybe we didn't offer the right money. Unfortunately, we couldn't sign that left winger before the opening game of La Liga, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to rock this squad, and to be honest, with the improvements made in the backline, I'm pretty happy. It's just that our midfield and attack is very weak, and soon we need to improve it. It's our first game as Sevilla boss. I'm excited for this. Ivan Rakitic is gonna be the captain for the club. I'm also using Adnan Januzaj on left wing, so let's see how it goes. First thing I noticed with this Sevilla team was that our defensive changes that we've made really had an impact. Oh my god, straight away our defense getting opened up, but look at the pace there. Yo, I told you, we fixed the issue that Sevilla had with their backline. Once more, some defensive work has to be done, and look at Ndika fighting. I also quickly realized that creating chances with the players we've got is gonna be tough, but when you have a legend like Rakitic, look what he just did. Let's go. Looking for Rakitic. Opened up a bit of space. He won Rakitic. Of course it had to be him. Sevilla club legend Rakitic scores the very first goal we scored for Sevilla. Emotional. Definitely is. Once again in the second half, our defense was just unreal. Oh, yo, our defense is genuinely too good. Like, look at Ibanez fighting for the ball. We were honestly playing terribly. It was our defense carrying us, and in this instance, our goalkeeper. Oh no, Bono again. Our keeper is just insane. Even though this game was all well sorted out towards the end, a bit of Isco magic. Wouldn't mind a bit of Isco magic as well. The dribbling is nice, and he's gone all the way here. Isco, if he can stop it and bring it inside, does so, looks for that pass, and then Neseri gets the goal. That should secure the win for us. Bit of Isco magic to wrap things up. So we do end up winning our first game for Sevilla, but it instantly made me realize if we go into the season with this team, we're gonna finish in the bottom half. Our attack is so bad. We first of all need a new left winger. Our midfield is old, but it's somehow managed in that last game, but I don't know how long it can cope. But first things first, I think with the remaining money we've got, we need a left winger who can get us goals. And I don't think there's a better player than Ansu Fati. We need to negotiate well. Okay, now the last time I went in for negotiations, I did get kicked out, so yeah. But let's try with 52.5 million for Ansu. Come on, at least counter. Wow, that isn't too bad, you know. But I think we'll need to reduce this because, well, I won't have money for his wages. I'm going to counter 53 million for Ansu, and that's work. Let's go. Oh my God, our next game is the Sevilla derby, the biggest game for Sevilla of the season. We need Ansu Fati by then. Just in the nick of time, we've got it sorted, boys. Ansu Fati to Sevilla. I think he's going to be the player we build this team around. I told you before, he's the kind of player with an insane potential, but lately he hasn't been living up to it. Sevilla might be the club for him to take it to the next level. There you go, putting Ansu Fati into the team, and I feel like we have a good squad now. Still, the midfield is a bit meh. I'm not too sure about this guy either, but with Ansu, I feel like we've got goals. It was now time for the Sevilla derby, and this game was intense. They almost scored. Oh, for once, our defense has been opened up, and it's the wrong moment, but when that happens, we've got Bono. Soon after, it was time for our debutant Ansu Fati to make his mark in a fixture like this. Oh, El Neseri, knowing that Ansu's there making that run. He's got the pace. He's looking for his first goal for Sevilla. Oh, that finish. That finish was absolutely brilliant. That's why we've signed him. But after that goal in a fixture of high tension like this, we had some controversy. No, 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 no. Our defense for once got opened up because we had a player injured there. You guys see that controversial that they play on like that? Look at that. He was down and out. Oh my God, this is bad. We're going to have to sub him off. And we don't have a centre-back on the bench. You know what? I'll keep him on and hope he recovers. This game has lived up to the hype, and towards the end, we had the chance to win it. Go on, Ansu. And Neseri. Rakitic in a big game like this. No! How has Bravo saved that? Cross back in for Neseri. Oh my God, what is happening here? We still might have the chance. Saved by the keeper again. Oh no, 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 no. That is painful. A painful reality check for us. Aye, aye, aye. There is a lot of work to be done with Sevilla. That loss wasn't even the worst thing that could have happened to us. It's Evan Ndika's sprained ankle injury. He's out for the next 4 weeks. It's been 2 games and we've already got problems, man. But in that game against Betis, I again realized that even our midfield, I don't think it's cutting it. Rakitic, he scored a wonder goal for us, I get it, but I'm gonna switch him for Jordan. We need a bit more physicality and, you know, like youth in that midfield. Fernando as well. I think Delaney needs to start over him. More all-rounded. Isco, I quite liked him, but he doesn't have the legs to play full games. This fixing challenge might be one of the most difficult ones I've taken up because this Sevilla team, being so old, ain't easy to manage. We now have to play against Real Madrid and we don't even have our best defender. Marcao is gonna have to play instead of him. But we've made the changes and let's see how we fare against Madrid. Without Ndika, this game was not easy. Oh, Benzema. Benzema. Oh, where is that much open space? And what? They've passed it again? Bro, our defense just got opened up. And now Madrid have got a chance to kill this game off with a penalty. And I thought he was going to go down the middle. This is bad. The game ended 4-0. I feel like we need at least 3 or 4 more signings to fix this side, the attack, the midfield. Yet, because we've got 4 million left, there isn't much we can do. We're going to have to somehow figure out to get this team back to the top. The objective for the first season now is to get back into the top 6 and just make Sevilla a more competitive club. No wonder these guys are 18th in La Liga. I just realized we had Ansu, a player with a lot of potential. While Ndika recovers, I'm going to use Ansu along with Ibanez. Might just work. We now play Cadiz. We need to win this game. And I'm also bringing Januzaj into the fold. It's not working out very much with Tetacito or Jesus Corona. Let's try something different. I'll definitely say this. The changes we made, it did work. We were looking a lot more solid. Now, this is where Neseri shines. The hold-up play and the release for Januzaj. This is looking positive. Cross in for Ansu Fati. What? That was bad. How did he miss that? How did he miss it again? Bro, we still have the ball. We still have the ball. And finally, Ansu scores. What even was that? Ansu again. Let's end this game. Let's end this game. That's more like it. Trust me. It feels like we're a one-man team right now. This young kid from Barcelona has come alive here. The good news is Ndika was back. The bad news is we're still so inconsistent. Why is Tadic through on goal like that? I genuinely want to cry. What even was that? Even though we're losing a lot of games, we are winning some games as well. It's all coming down to individual brilliance for us. Isco. If he can see that lane from Ansu, that is outrageous. And what a finish from Ansu. Isco and Ansu Fati. Now, that's a duo I can get behind. We're now 16 games into the season, 9th in La Liga. It wasn't clicking. And the major issue I think you can all see is the lack of goals we've scored. Ansu was carrying us, and look at Rakitic at this age as well. There wasn't much service for Neseri, because I'll be real, Januzaj a bit of a fraud. And bro, this guy is the most average player I've ever seen. I'm straight up putting him on the transfer list. Bro, I might try and even sell out Januzaj. Might as well get one good winger instead of having two really average ones. And of course our struggles was going to translate into being awful in the Champions League as well. Looks like Sevilla are going to head into the Europa League unless we can beat Dortmund. This is actually a big test for us, and this is the team I'm running with. We will need a massive Ansu Fati carry job. Once again, it was the same Ansu-Isco duo that was working wonders for us. Ansu, oh, that's a lovely ball for Isco, and Isco has scored. That's a big moment for us. Could be the turning point of our season. But soon after, Dortmund crush our dreams of making it to the round of 16. Malen looking for that pass, and Marco Reus gets the goal. We're simply not good enough. Dortmund end up winning a game. Neseri gets frustrated and sent off, and we're heading straight down to the Europa League. What an L we've taken. We're exactly now halfway through to the season, and look at that. We're 12th in La Liga with a negative goal difference. I might end up getting sacked at this rate. We're now in January, and I need to now make changes to suit my style of play. Otherwise, things could get really bad. The thing is, we've got a great backline and a solid keeper. The midfield is okay, like Rakitic now is just constantly going down in his overall. Isco's having a tremendous season. It's Januzaj who's like not doing much, and I need to figure out a way to sell Corona ASAP. Use that money and sign a better winger. There's a lot we need to do in January. Also guys, we're trying to hit 600k subscribers as soon as possible, so if you guys can help me out by subscribing, that'd be awesome. And we start off already by selling Jesus Corona. He's gone. We actually get 30 million for him. That's brilliant. We then sell this guy Marcao, who is pretty bad again for us, for another 27 million. Who's paying this kind of money? And now we've got 53 million to bring in that right winger I feel we need. I think I found the perfect winger, and that's Pedro Neto. You might be thinking he's a left winger, but I think I can make him a really effective right winger, you know. He's left-footed, cutting inside with him. I think it works. And there you go. We've managed to convince Pedro Neto of our project, and he signs for Sevilla. Bro, I can't stress enough how good is it gonna be to have Pedro Neto on this right side instead of that Corona guy, like honestly. Meanwhile, another massive decision that I've made is selling Ivan Rakitic. You might be thinking, why? I feel like a 34-year-old. It's the time to move him on. And with the money we've got for Rakitic, we can now bring in a midfielder. And we've just made the replacement signing for Ivan Rakitic. It's Ezequiel Palacios, an Argentinian midfielder who I think could be really good for us. Is it me, or this is like the most chaotic video I think I've ever done? Bro, everything feels like an absolute madness, boys. The signings we're making, oh my god. Like, first season itself, we had to change so much to this team. No wonder, as I said before, the 18th in La Liga. But for now, we've exhausted all our money. This is the team we've got. Second half of the season begins now, and we need to find a way to save it. With the signings and changes we made in January, we do look like a much better team. Still Pedro Neto in action. All the spaces have opened up for him so well. What a finish. That's why we've got him. And look at the impact. Cunha. Oh, look at Palacios coming in with that run. That's when he can bring this team. The running from deep and making the box-to-box runs. He's, I think, going to be a big signing for us. In La Liga, it might be a bit too late for our comeback and finishing top 4 and everything, but we're still in the Europa League, Sevilla's favorite competition. This is their playground, and if we win this, we get to the Champions League. Now, I know with the way we've played, there's no way we can win the Europa League, but with the signings and everything, if things go well, you just never know. And in the first leg against PSV, we managed to thrash them 3-1, and with that, we were now through to the round of 16, and this is where the competition gets interesting, because look at the teams left in it. Man United, Juventus, Arsenal. Ooh, our eternal rivals Real Betis are in here as well. Okay, I think we'll find out a lot about ourselves if we can get through a team like Braga. I know we're not having the best of seasons, but remember, the Europa League is Sevilla's playground. Oh, here we go. Already an early chance. Isco! Let's go, boys. Who would have thought Isco would be putting a season like this for us? It's tremendous. Oh, the big difference of having Pedro Neto, man. It's so clear. It is so clear. He is unreal. We're the kings of the Europa League coming for our crown. With that, we make it to the quarterfinals of the Europa League, where we're up against Stade Rennais. Stade Rennais were actually playing well, but when you've got a magic man like Isco in your team, it's just too easy. Oh, what a lovely ball, and it's Isco, bro. What a season he's having. Who would have thought Isco would be the player to carry us to a Europa League? At this rate, he might just do it. We are now through to the Europa League semi-finals, where we're up against Nantes. It's taken us a while, but finally I think I've figured out the system, figured out the team, and things are looking up. We've got a full team of really good players now, and finally everything is clicking. After all the chaotic start we've had to the season, we've managed to recover to 6th spot, which I think is the most we can do, but we still have a Europa League that we can maybe win. Pedro Neto looking back, falls for Isco. This is legit Isco's team. Always in the right place, always ready for the passing. What a player. And with some Isco Disco, we've managed to reach the Europa League final, where we'll be up against Manchester United. Sevilla are the underdogs here. They're always the underdogs, but they somehow come through, and that's how they've won 6 Europa Leagues. Let's make it 7. I'm finally comfortable with the team we've got right now. We've got a solid play in almost every position. Isco just dictating everything. I just don't know how he's doing it. Meanwhile, La Liga, the season has come to an end. We finish in 6th spot. With all the changes we made, we did manage to claw back a lot and became a formidable team. There was more service for El Nasseri in the second half of the season, and he did end up scoring more. Isco was just as influential, but ultimately, Ansu Fati was the man coming through with all the goals. But this is it, the Europa League final, a chance to be in the Champions League next season and to make it 7 for Sevilla. This is Sevilla's playground. I don't care, it's Man United that are facing us. We can win this. We started off this game really well with intent, and finally, look what happened. Here's Isco looking for that pass. Oh, he finds it. Palacios couldn't score. We still have a chance. Ansu Fati is there. Right place at the right time. What a signing this was, and look at that. 1-0 up in the Europa League final. But ultimately, this is Man United we're facing. This is not going to be an easy game. No, Ronaldo. No, Ronaldo. That is so simple. What's Ronaldo doing at Man United anyways? He should not be at the club. But if you thought we were going to fumble this, just look at what Isco does next. There's something about Isco, man. The way he keeps the ball. It's actually ridiculous. And we find ourselves with a chance literally just after they've scored. Isco running the game so far. But just like us, Man United won't give up either. Come on, man. Like, that's literally the same goal we conceded. Towards the end of the game, it's a final, temper's boiling, and Man United made a big mistake. That is such a bad challenge. It's got to be a red card. And he does get sent off. Deserved. But just after the red card, heartbreak for Sevilla. What just happened? No. It's a dead Man United side, and this happened. No. There was no hope after United scored, but in football, never say never. But we're not ready to give up here. One last chance. Ansu Fati. I can't believe this. It's the comeback of a lifetime. What just happened here? Bro, tired legs for Man United. A man down has cost them. I can't believe it. This is why Sevilla are the kings of Europe. And we're somehow taking this game to extra time. And in extra time, with the man advantage, United just couldn't compete. El Nasseri looking for Isco. It falls for Ansu Fati. Oh, what a finish. Is that a hat-trick from Ansu? I think it is. They're a man down, and we're taking advantage in extra time. Even with the man advantage, United won't back down. No, not this way. Bono has saved us there. Oh, we could end the game now. It's the end of it. El Nasseri is through. Does he have the pace? He's trying everything. He just about does, and that's the goal to give us the Europa League. Let's go, boys. El Nasseri mocking them as well with the celebration. It's done. I don't know how we've done it. A season of turmoil where we just couldn't figure out what to do with this team, to now somehow winning the Europa League. This is what Sevilla do. They're the kings of this competition. With that, the Europa League is secured. We're heading into Season 2 where we will be in the Champions League. Season 2 begins and it finally feels like this is my team. Took a while to get here to get comfortable with this Sevilla side, but we've done it. We're coming into this season Europa League winners, and I actually like the look of the squad. We've got ballers everywhere, but there's always room for improvements. And because we've got the Champions League money flowing, 123 million to spend, I had a good 10 minutes to just check out the team and see where most of that money needs to go. And it's a mix of squad depth and sheer quality in that CDM position. I like Delaney, but I think we can do with someone better. And there you go. It is Brozovic who we're signing for that CDM position. I feel like it's a great signing for the price. You guys are going to be shocked at how cheap this was. We paid 60 million to bring him from Inter. I think that's a great price because he's 86 rated. See, even the game thinks it was a great price. I think he's the kind of player Sevilla would go for. It just fits. Brozovic had an insane World Cup, and I feel like he's going to be amazing for us. Look at that stamina, aggression. He's going to be everywhere in that midfield for us. I won't lie, that is an absolutely massive upgrade into our midfield. And now I was thinking where else we can upgrade. I'm happy with the defense. There's no way Bono is going anywhere else. You might think Isco is one of the players you need to upgrade, but guys, the season he had, trust me, overalls don't matter as much as the on-field performances, and the vibes Isco gives me, it's immaculate. Let's just put it that way. But looks like we have a problem. I can't seem to find a certain Rafa Mir. Bro, where did Rafa Mir dip? Oh, he joined Lazio. Fair play though, because he wasn't really getting game time. I don't blame him. Now with Rafa Mir gone, we need a player who can play in that position, but instead of going for a like-for-like replacement, I've gone ahead and signed Steven Bergwijn. This was expensive, guys, for potentially a backup player, but for 50 million, I've got a player who can play backup for left wing as well as striker. I think these are the kind of signings we'll need to take the club to the next level. We can't sign the superstars. We got to be smart about what we do. Bergwijn's here is the ultimate super sub for us, but now I think we also need a bit of depth for right backers. Navas is getting old. And so we've got Mati Cash, who is playing for Atletico Madrid, the Polish right back. Can't believe a man with the name Mati Cash plays for Poland, but fair enough. Can't lie, that feels like our squad is settled. We've got the experience of Brozovic, a super sub like Bergwijn on the bench, and our first team, I think, is very competitive. We could be outside contenders for La Liga this season. Let's stay calm, composed, and see what happens. Captain for the season for me, with the players we've got, I think I'm going to give it to Bono. In terms of outgoing players, we now have a decision to make, an offer for Oliver Torres or an offer for Juan Jordan. This guy submitted a transfer request, so I think it's got to be him. We'll keep Oliver Torres for a bit of squad depth. A fair few player sales have happened. 23 million for Juan Jordan. We even let go of decent players like Fernando because he's just too old. Still got 5 million for him, so we take that. With all the player sales and everything, we're rocking a budget of about 56 million. We can legit make another signing to improve the team, but honestly, I'm very content with the players we've got. Seems like a really solid squad. I don't see any weaknesses in there. Do you know what? This is a perfect game to test it out. Real Madrid versus Sevilla, UEFA Super Cup final. This will let me know if we can compete with the very best with the teams we've got. All our new signings, Brozovic, Bergwijn, Mati Cash, starting this game. Let's get them introduced to Sevilla. More than winning that trophy, this is the kind of game where I think we can figure out whether we can compete with the very, very best. They're the Champions League winners. Here's Isco against his former club. Oh, the way he's able to pull those passes off. And then you've got Bergwijn looking to bring it inside like that. Not the best of efforts, but that Isco pass, class. Gotta say, Real Madrid looked like Champions League winners in this game. Benzema, Fede Valverde is open to sub. Bono is still a cheat code. It's a final, guys. We're not going to let Madrid completely dominate us. Soon, we responded. Yo, Bergwijn down the right side. It's actually working as he finds Isco. So cleverly done to release it for Palacios. couldn't score, but it's Bergwijn who gets the chance and manages to score. He might be an absolutely perfect signing for Sevilla. It just works. Soon after he scored, Real Madrid showed us why they're Champions League winners. Modric, Vinicius, Tchouaméni. These guys are now starting to play some football. And Vinicius Jr. What am I supposed to do about that? That is world class. That's why they've won the Champions League. Oh no, this is bad. Isco has picked up a knock. And I've just realized that is one position where we don't have depth. Okay, we're going to keep Isco on. I'm hoping he can walk off this injury. But it doesn't look good. With Isco being injured, the morale of the squad was down. And Madrid kept coming at us. No, 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 no. Vinicius! Bono has just saved us there. Oh my god, Vinicius just destroyed Matty Cash. We're surviving right now. Against all this Madrid pressure, towards the end, we finally had a chance. Oh, Palacios looking really good. Isco's making a nice run. We find him. Oh, first time effort. Not good enough. He's giving it everything, but he's injured. How long can he go on? At the end of the day, we competed well with Madrid, but this game's going to extra time. And I think finally it might be time to bring Isco off, man. He is knackered. I think I'll bring on Oliver Torres in that position. Make him like a centre mid as well and just see what happens. In extra time, once again, we had to call upon Bono. Madrid in extra time are dangerous, and they almost scored. No, no, no. We've been opened up, and Bono again saves us. And after all that, this game is going out of penalties. We truly have built that underdog mindset, man. Like, you know what? We can take on any club. But, Bono, how did you not get to that? Acuna is taking this first penalty. I don't know if he's going to score. Well, fair play. That was a good pen. Ben Yedder to take this one for Madrid. Solid pen. I trust Ansu Fati that he's going to put this in. That is the worst penalty I think I've ever seen. Rodrigo, he missed for Brazil in real life, and he misses over here as well. Gives us a bit of hope. El Nasseri, can he put his one in? Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Toni Kroos is scoring his. Nope. No, he isn't. Can Brozovic be the man to score his penalty? Of course he does. Eder Militao. Come on, Bono. Make the save. Oh, that was down the middle. If we miss this, it's over. Steven Bergwijn is taking this one. He's decent at pens. Oh, that's a good one. And it's sudden death. Tchouaméni to take this one for France. Oh, he goes down the middle. Cheeky man. We need to score. Ezequiel Palacios, Argentinian. Please score your pen, dude. You love to see that. Come on. Mendy taking his one. And he's bottled it. He's bottled it. The underdogs could end up doing it. Oliver Torres off the bench for Isco. Could he end up being the hero? He needs to put the perfect penalty. And that is exactly what he does. The underdogs have won the UEFA Super Cup. We beat the champions of Europe. Is this a sign of things to come? Can we create history in the Champions League? Oh my days. It's another sprained knee injury. Isco is going to be out for the next 4 weeks. Bit of bad news post winning that trophy. And that made me realize, as good as Isco is, we do need someone for a bit of depth in that cam position. So before the window ends, let's get that sorted. We've just signed Fabio Vieira from Arsenal. I had to pay 46 million for him, but hey, we've got our backup cam, and he's the kind of player that could possibly give Isco a bit of competition for that starting spot, and I can't complain. Our squad depth is decent. I like this signing a lot, guys. I think Fabio Vieira is going to offer us something a bit different than Isco. That's a good player to have, especially now that Isco's out injured for a month. It's now time to kick off our La Liga season. We've got to do better than last season. No more finishing 6th. Gotta say, this season the vibe is different. We've got our team figured out and everything is gelling. Neto. El Nasseri, and that's superb football. That is superb football. That's what I'm saying. This season, it just feels different. Everything is coming together. Oh, Ansu Fati has fired himself through. Ansu, he loves that finish. Outside of finesse shot, just brilliant. Solid start to La Liga, boys, and this is exciting. Real Betis and Sevilla at the top of La Liga. Oh, boy. Meanwhile, our Champions League group has just been revealed, and this is the group of death. I don't think I've seen a group as tough as this. Chelsea, Sevilla, Marseille, and Celtic. Oh my god. This is tough. We're gonna have to really give it everything to get out of this group. And it starts with this one against Chelsea. Last season, we finished 3rd in our Champions League group. That is not happening this season. We're gonna show the world that this Sevilla team has a lot of fight in it. We had the early chance in this game to prove ourselves, but yeah. Oh, and Nasseri could be through, and he's quick. He's looking very quick. I see a passing lane open up. No. But at Stamford Bridge, there was only one team with intent, and it was us. And finally, it resulted in something. Ansu so direct and quick to try and get the goal. Oh, it's in. What a finish. Mendy got a touch to it, but Ansu's technique, beautiful stuff. We take the lead. Ansu Fati's pace is a cheat code. Thiago Silva is just not going to catch him. Oh, Ansu's done him. Ansu's done him. Gets the rebound as well. A bit lucky. But this is the Ansu Fati show. At Sevilla, he's the main man. Got the freedom. And it shows. Oh, Pedro Neto. I'm liking the look of this. He's looking for a ball in. And Ansu completely open. So good. Oh, Isco, when he runs through that midfield, it's joyful to watch. Gets the shot off. He's back in business. What a player to build the team around, man. It's like it's the Real Madrid version of Isco that's back. Even though we were good in the group stages, it was only enough to finish second. But hey, in a group like this, to go through itself, we take that. Meanwhile, in La Liga, we're third, like 6 points off Atletico and 3 points off Real Madrid. We're in the mix. We're in the fight. This season has been a lot better. We're now in the January transfer window with about 51 million. Honestly, I'm loving the way the team is playing. I'm loving how the players are. Yo, Acuna 88 rated. How on earth has that happened? But regardless, everything is gelling, but there is a small issue. Adnan Januzaj left the club. That means a bit of depth in our attack wouldn't hurt. And so I've signed Wissam Ben Yedder, the kind of player who can give us a bit of experience in that striker role, and it's a very different player than El Nasseri. And with that, we're ready for the season ahead. We're second in La Liga now, 6 points off the top. Anything is possible. Plus, in the Champions League, we're going to be facing... Oh, no. That's the toughest possible draw. That could be game over for us. But hey, we're the underdogs. Nothing to lose. We'll see. It is now time for us to try our very best against Man City. We're massive underdogs here. Let's give it everything. It's Man City we're facing. We're massive underdogs. And finally, in the second half, they got the breakthrough. Oh, Manchester City looking through on goal here. Erling Haaland. What do? I really don't know. Keep us charging forward. No! We just got opened up. That's Man City for you. And sadly, that Haaland goal decides the game. I think our Champions League run could be over. It's now time for the second leg. We're traveling to the Etihad, and honestly, we don't have much to lose. They're clear favorites. We need to try and just do something. If it happens, it happens. Let's just give it everything. The odds are stacked against us in this Champions League game, but somehow, the Sevilla spirit, we don't back down. Ansu, we've got a chance here. Looking back inside for Nasseri. Can he make that run? He can. On his weaker right foot, we get the goal back. Come on, boys. Sevilla, equalizer. That's what we need. Just after the goal, I realized Ibanez has picked up a knock, and I don't want it to be serious, so crazily enough, we're going to have to bring him off. But Nianzou, I think, can do a job. The script for this game was Man City to win the game easily against us, but hey, we weren't ready for that. We're the underdogs, but we never give up. And Nasseri with the massive chance. It falls for Isco. Right place, right time. We've done the impossible. Are we going to kick Man City out? No way. Nobody expected us to do this. Poor Roger Ibanez has been sacrificed, though, with a broken toe. We've lost our best centre-back. I've won, but at what cost? We're going to have to use Nianzou instead of him, which isn't too bad, you know. Nianzou, this is your moment. Meanwhile, back in La Liga, we're still in the fight. 29 games into the season, 2 points off Atletico Madrid. It is still possible. And this game against Atleti could decide who wins the title. Okay, this game was billed as the La Liga title decider, but it was so dead. Nothing happened. That's typical Atleti for you. I won't lie, it's going to be hard to focus on both La Liga and the Champions League, but knowing the way Sevilla are, I think I want to bank on the Champions League more, because this is it. This is eternal glory. We complete the video by winning this. We've drawn Roma in the quarterfinals, and against them, I do fancy myself. And over these 2 legs, it was the Isco show. Oh, Isco is just so good with his dribbling, looking for El Nasseri, and there's the first goal. Isco just carved that defense open. Oh, Isco's in a bit of open space, and somehow he's broken through. Isco, massive chance, and see, he always steps up. What a season we're having. He's our Messi. That's the best way to put it. And now Sevilla are in a Champions League semi-finals. We are like the underdog here, and it's like we don't belong here, but we actually do, because we knocked out City, we knocked out Roma, but it's Bayern Munich up next. First leg against Bayern was super tight and ends in a 2-all draw. Everything now will be decided at home. This is it, guys. We win this game, we'll be in a Champions League final. Can we pull off the ultimate ultimate underdog story. Well, with Isco, everything's possible. Oh, Isco's through. Can Isco do it again for us? Of course he can. Bro, this man is something else. Pedro Neto looking for El Nasseri, and that's the goal to wrap things up. We are actually going to knock out Bayern. And yes, the game ends up finishing 3-0. The underdogs, Sevilla, are in a Champions League final. The kings of the Europa League have a chance to become the kings of the world if we can beat Barcelona. And if you look at La Liga, Barca aren't having the best of seasons. It's us at the top of the league and on the verge of winning La Liga. But we've got Real Madrid on the final match day to stop us. As long as we can beat Madrid, it's over. We've won La Liga. All we need to do is survive this game and we'll be the champions of Spain. But of course, football ain't easy. No, what a silly penalty to concede, and Benzema scores. As things stand, I think Madrid will win the league. Although Madrid are leading, remember, all we need to get is a point from this game. Come on, Ansu. Come on, Ansu. Come on, Ansu. Let's go. He scored. All we need in this game is a draw. And now we've got to hang on to this. But then, of course, we can't defend to save our lives in this pressure situation. We concede a pen. I can't believe we've let this happen. But Bono saves us. Oh, my God. And that save from Bono has just won us La Liga. Benzema's bottled La Liga for them. And Sevilla are champions of Spain. I can't believe we've won La Liga. We've never been in the fight. Like, towards the end, we somehow made a charge. And yeah, the underdogs have just won La Liga, but the job's not done yet. We could still end up winning the Champions League. So far, what a season from our attack. Ansu and Nasseri, Bergwijn, Isco down the middle, just unreal. But there's one more game left. Sadly for us, Ndika is suspended for this. Like, oh my God, who do we play at centre-back? Okay, wait, suddenly, before the final, Ibanez is back. Ibanez is back, not fully fit, but I think we can have him in the starting 11. Should we take a chance? I think we might as well. It's a Champions League final. Somehow, Ibanez has made it literally one day before the game. He got the medical clearance. He's gonna play this game. Let's win the Champions League. I was really expecting Barcelona to be strong defensively, but we carved them open within 4 minutes. Ansu Fati's playing this Champions League final against his former club, and he's going for a special moment. I can't believe we just forced that in. That is a comical own goal in the Champions League final. That's not the way I expected to score, but we'll take this. Let's hold on to this lead with our dear lives. But just as we take the lead, of course we had to mess things up. Now that we've got the lead, we are not letting them score no matter what. Oh, why did I even say that? Why did I even say that? Instant equalizer for Barca. We started to really struggle once Barca scored. They were controlling the game and soon they took the lead. No, they get the lead of this game. We can't lose a Champions League final like this. Half time and it's looking like it's going to be a heartbreaking final. We've got 45 minutes to rally the troops and do something. We knew in the second half we had to attack from the first minute, and finally the early pressure worked. Oh, Bergwijn, they've just allowed him to run through. They've just allowed him to run through and we somehow get the equalizer. Shocking defending from Barca, but we take it. Just as I thought we were getting better and better, Barcelona strike with their dagger. No, Barcelona and Lewandowski. It's over. It's over. Just as we get back into the game, Barca crush us. Everybody thought this game was over. 3-2 Barcelona, no chance. But remember Sevilla last season? Well, we don't back down. Oh, Bergwijn is quick and he's going to give it everything, yeah. Still goes Bergwijn. We need a bit of support though. Isco has made the run. What a chance for Isco. Of course it's Isco at the death. We take this game to extra time possibly with that. Unbelievable. Just like the Europa League final last season, Sevilla does not back down. And this game is going to penalties. Penalties to decide if we're going to win the Champions League. What a game. We fought like underdogs and we gave it everything. How is our Sevilla story going to end? Can Bono do a madness? Solid pen from Kessie. Need Acuna to score his penalty. Be a decent one. Oh, that's a rocket. It's 1-1. Pellegrini to take his penalty. And Bono, he's gone the right way, but not a save. Isco needs to score his. Isco does score his. It's 2-2. But we need Bono to make a save. And yes, it's Memphis Depay who's missed. And now Montiel, the Argentinian right back. He's missed as well. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And now it's Ferran Torres. Scores his penalty. We need a rocket from En-Nesyri into the... Oh my god, I asked for a rocket. I got one. Grignar's a centre-back, which gives me a bit of hope. And yes, he's missed. Oh my god, the pressure is on Ansu Fati. What is this storyline? Who is scripting this? Ansu Fati against his former club. Scores this penalty. It's over. And he's done it. Ansu Fati against his former club. They've stopped believing in him. And he ends up scoring the penalty to win the Champions League for Sevilla. I can't believe this storyline. What on earth have we just witnessed? In 2 seasons, I've just made Sevilla Champions League winners. We might not be the best club in the world. If you enjoyed this story of fixing Sevilla, surely you're going to enjoy me fix the worst Premier League club. Click somewhere here to watch that.